Hey friends, welcome back to another product unboxing and review video. I am very excited about this review today. I am going to be unboxing and reviewing the ASMOKE Essential Smart Wood Pellet Grill. So this is new territory for me because I have never had a pellet smoker before, but I'm really excited about the portability of this. It is very small and it is battery operated. So it looks like a great option for, use at home, but also like taking camping and cookouts and things like that. And then it is also a smart grill. So I am hoping it'll take some of the guesswork out for me because I am not a seasoned, pun intended, smoking expert. And so I'm hoping that this grill will help me as a beginner in the world of smoking meats to be able to get started. So let's go ahead and unbox this, and then I'm going to get it set up outside. Obviously it is an outdoor use only product. And over the next few days, I am going to smoke a few things and try it out, and I will bring you guys along on the whole process. On the top, we have the product brochure, assembly and operation, and then we have a little assembly instruction sheet. We have the cooking grid. The next piece is the handle. It does say on the box, assembly required. Okay, and that is everything in the box. Now we have all of the pieces in here. I think I got everything unwrapped. There is the components list, and I'm just gonna make sure I have everything, and then I'm gonna just get started with the assembly instructions and get it all put together. I believe I have done it. I am sure the time lapse made it look a lot easier than it was. It did take some work. I needed to use a lot of elbow grease when getting the screws in, when screwing on the ashtray at the bottom. I had to go and get a heftier screwdriver because my little one that I keep here in the kitchen was not cutting it. But I did end up getting it on. This display here is pretty nice. I love it's a touch screen also. So there is home. Press anywhere to access the menu. And then I'm gonna have to figure out how to connect this to Wi-Fi. I also need to get the battery charged, so I'm gonna work on that. And I'll be back when I am ready to start cooking. I also wanted to show the probes here so that you can cook meat to the exact temperature that you want. Fantastic. It was super easy to connect to Wi-Fi. There was a whole like touchpad keyboard here. So easy. And then we have temperature. You can select Celsius or Fahrenheit. I'll go ahead and do Fahrenheit because I'm in the US. We have language. You can pick all different languages. We're going to stick with English. Okay, I ran into some connectivity issues with the Wi-Fi. It looked like it was connected, but it wasn't giving me an update to the software, so I was still on a really old version of the software. So I got some help from customer service. I ended up having to take the control panel off, which I did not realize this was removable. And I basically just fiddled with all the connections and made sure everything was connected. So there was something that must have been not connected because as soon as I put it back together, the Wi-Fi connected and the update became available. So I just did the update and I'm hopeful that now I am ready to start cooking. Since I have this open here, I will show you this little part. So if you're smoking, you want it like this so that the heat is kind of deflected and you just get the nice smoke. But if you actually want to grill with some flames, you can pull this slider across and the flames will come through here. So if you want to like sear a steak or something at the end, can do that. This is the ashtray where the ash will fall. It makes it really easy to clean it out so you don't have to like get a shop vac and shop vac it out. You just dump it. And then the little tray over here is for water and you put that in and it helps, I think it helps it cook faster or some such thing. But it just slides right in the bottom here. So now that I have the software update, I can go to the recipe section, and there's all kinds of recipes that you can swipe through, and then it'll have all the settings in the recipe, so you just follow the steps, which is pretty cool. You can also browse the recipes through the app and send them to the grill from the app, which is pretty cool. Then I also wanted to show that you can control everything on the grill from the app. Same things you can do on the touchscreen, you can do on the app. So you can go into the grilling mode and you can choose an option, and these will walk you through like what cut of meat you have and all of that, and give recommendations of time and temperature based on what you're cooking. But then you can also do the quick start, and you can choose your temperature, choose your time. You can also choose the probe temperature if you have that plugged in. So we'll put it up to 410 here and swipe to ignite. And you can monitor everything directly from the app. You can monitor the probe temperature, the temperature of the grill, all of that. I'm gonna try some chicken thighs on here for my first cook. They are skin on but boneless. So I am gonna preheat the grill to 250 and smoke them until, let's see, swipe to ignite. Here we go. And I'm gonna smoke them until they get to 165 inside. So I'm gonna plug in one of the probes and use that. You can hear the pellets getting put down to the box down there, and the ignition process is started. The ignition process takes, I think, 5 to 7 minutes, they said. So I patted my chicken thighs dry with a paper towel, and I am just coating them in Redmond lemon pepper seasoning. You can grind the lemon pepper seasoning with the grinders they have, but I really like the extra chunky pieces of pepper and salt and lemon and garlic. It's delicious. It's been not quite 15 minutes yet, but we are getting real close to temperature here. Temperature's still going up, so we're over temp right now. I'm gonna let it go for a little bit and see if it'll stabilize closer to that 250 before I put the chicken on. All right, temperature is holding real well here. It's just been going up a few degrees and down a few degrees, and I have my probe connected here, and I have my chicken thighs there. So I got 6 chicken thighs on. That's about, the capacity there. Maybe I could squeeze a couple more on there, but that's pretty good. I like that the grill is portable enough. It's small enough to be portable, but also I can cook a decent amount. It's like I don't have to just cook 2 chicken thighs at a time or something. So I like the capacity so far. And of course I could put the upper rack in here also and get a few more on. So I have my probe temp set. I couldn't select 165. It went from 160 to 170. So I just chose 160, and we'll see how long it takes to get there. All right, I'm getting real close to the 160. I've been pretty happy with the temperature range. It seems like it's keeping it, pretty tight in there at that 250. No major spikes. Obviously, it's gonna go up a little bit, overshoot, and then come back down and kind of go back and forth. But it's been pretty good in that range of 250. I'm going to brush, I have 6 thighs on there, so I'm gonna brush 3 of them with sauce and leave the other ones just the lemon pepper rub. And I am going to bump up the temperature here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and bump up the temperature to 400 and get it, let's see, you can either pull it this way, which is a little bit sticky, or you can use the knob, which is a little easier. So I can go to 390 or 410. I'm just gonna go to 390, and it's gonna start heating up. Ooh, those look good, good, good. All right, got those sauced up. I'm gonna close the lid and let this go for another like 10 or 15 more minutes. Okay, the temp on the chicken has raised to about 175, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off. This looks really, really good.
I like sauce more better.
You like the sauce more better? You're gonna be my taste tester?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Maybe I didn't bring a knife and a plate, so you're gonna have to just eat it like a caveman. Here you go. Try some. I think the kitten wants some. What do you think? Pretty tasty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tasted a little. Hey, don't drink my coffee. I tasted some of the little pieces that came off. It is so good. It is so smoky. Let me try a bite of that. I'm gonna taste the crispy end.
Because like I'm hungry. I probably should feed the kittens.
So smoky. If I give you this, will you leave us alone? Okay, I'm gonna take a bite of this. This looks so good. Oh my gosh. It is like dripping with juice. So juicy. So delicious. Are you gonna eat that entire thing?
Badly.
How many thumbs up do you give that chicken? 10?
Uh-huh.
10 thumbs up? All right.
No, 3,000.
3,000 thumbs up? You got a little something on your nose. All right, let's do some final thoughts about the ASMOKE Essential Portable Pellet Smoker / Grill. I did a pork shoulder also yesterday after I did the chicken thighs. That came out amazing. It was beautiful. I definitely think it would be worth getting a second battery so that you could have one charged while one is in and you can switch it out, especially if you're going to be traveling a lot and especially if you want to do things that take a long time like the pork shoulders or brisket or things like that. Chicken thighs, pretty quick. Things like that are very quick. But if you want to do those long smokes, I think investing in a second battery is a great idea. It definitely was work to get it put together initially. It's not going to come like ready to plug and play. You do have to do some work to get it all assembled and figure that all out. And then as far as the connectivity stuff, I mean, it's pretty par for the course to, have to work through some issues as you're getting like a smart device connected. So I did have to work through that. But once I did work through that with the help of the customer service, it started working beautifully. So I would say if you get the grill and you're having those connectivity issues or you're having like huge spikes in the temperature and things like that, or if you can't get it connected to the app, definitely reach out to customer service because there may be a fix like upgrading or updating to a different version. Also for me, it was more, I just needed to take that control panel off and make sure all of the connections were fully connected because I think there must have been something not connected. So it wasn't reaching the internet and it wasn't getting the version to download. So once I got that figured out, then it was really easy to use and really nice. So don't throw in the towel if you have some initial issues. There are ways to work through it and make sure you are up on the current version. I do really love the app feature where you can see the real-time temperature of the grill and of the probe. That is really handy. And I have a lot of smart devices like air fryers and things that are able to connect to Wi-Fi and you're able to monitor things. And I don't tend to use the apps mostly because they're very short cook things or they're in the house and it's like I don't really need to look at my phone to look at the air fryer. But for something like a smoker that you're using for a lot of hours in the day and that is outside, I think it's going to come in really handy to have the app. I was just able to pull it, just check on it, make sure things are not doing anything weird. It was really nice to be able to do that right from my phone. So big fan of the app. Like I said at the beginning, I am pretty new to smoking. Sounds funny to say, but smoking meats, smoking food. And so I don't have a lot of information on like how this compares to other portable grills out there, other pellet grills. All I can say is being a beginner, once I worked through, putting it together and getting it connected, it's been really, really easy to use. I think a really great introduction for me to smoking foods. The fact that you don't have to baby it to keep the temperature in range. I love that you can just kind of set it and forget it. It's kind of the ease of a slow cooker or something, but you get delicious smoked meat at the end, which is fantastic. I do love that they give you 2 probes and that the probes have really long wires. I think that will come in really handy. And I did see the option for Bluetooth probes. So that may be something that you can like add on. So all in all, I am a very big fan of the ASMOKE ASMOKE Essential Grill. I am going to be using it a lot. Actually, my husband requested some like really thin, crispy grilled steak for his birthday tomorrow. And so I am going to do that. He wanted like a fajita style dinner. So I'm going to smoke the steak first, and then I'm going to slide the little thingy out of the way so I can get some like flame grill going on for the steak for his fajitas, which is going to be very exciting. So I see myself using this very often. I will put a link down below for you guys to check it out if you're interested. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on the video, and I will see you again in the next one.